Several Grand National contenders were in action at Fairyhouse on Saturday in the Bobby Joe Chase, a replay of which can be seen elsewhere on racingpost.com and our YouTube channel. The Willie Mullins-trained Prince de Beauchesne was a beaten odds-on favourite in that, and the champion trainer also saw a hot favourite of his turned over in the other graded race on the card when even shot Degora could only finish second behind market rival Stockton's Wing in the JP McManus colours in the opening juvenile hurdle. The 4-year-old son of Jeremy was providing dual-purpose trainer Charles O'Brien with his biggest success over jumps to date, though he will now seek to top that at the Cheltenham Festival. Stan James cut the winner to 12-1 for the Fred Winter, but O'Brien said the Triumph hurdle, for which he's a 33-1 shot, is the more likely target.
It's on the near side, Stockton's Wing and Mark Walsh land just in front of Degora in second. They're cleared of south-southwest inside the last 150 yards. Stockton's Wing, the leaders, they run up towards the finish, and Stockton's Wing, and driven out by Mark Walsh, will go on by 2.5 lengths to Degora's second, south-south.
Despite the high-profile defeats, it was a tremendous day for Willie Mullins, who surpassed Aidan O'Brien's 17-year record for jumps winners in a season with a double on the card. First up was Glenn's Melody in the yellow, who made it 5 wins from 7 career starts when giving weight all round to take the 2.5-mile Mares Novice hurdle at 6-4 on. This highly progressive 5-year-old is likely to sidestep a date with stablemate Covega at the Cheltenham Festival in favour of a return here for a Grade 1 Mares hurdle in the spring.
Towards the finish, it's going to be 1:55 for Willie Mullins. It will equal Aidan O'Brien's long-standing national hunt record. The second last.
And 30 minutes later, Mullins notched win number 156 of the campaign when Away We Go in the green and yellow took the 2.5-mile handicap hurdle at 6-1. The incredible feat has been reached with 3 months of the season still to go and at an astonishing strike rate of 35%. That's a massive 15% higher than Aidan O'Brien when he set the previous top figure. As for the winner, a return to Fairyhouse for the Irish national could be the long-term target, depending on his weight.
But it's Away We Go as they run up towards the finish. Dazzling Susie is coming, battling back for second and running up towards the finish. It's Away We Go with a renewed effort from Dazzling Susie. 1:56 for Willie Mullins, and what an amazing run from And it's Tammy's Hill making ground on the outside of Battlefront.
Leading fancy for the Fox Hunters, Tammy's Hill was in action in the 2.75-mile Hunter Chase. Sent off the 6-4 on favourite, the 8-year-old never travelled with his usual fluency and jumped left throughout. He eventually came home in second, the 9th beaten odds-on shot of the week in Ireland. Victory went to the Brian Hamilton-trained Warn, ridden by Mike Fogarty.
Tammy's Hill again jumped to the left, Battlefront back in third. On the run up towards the finish now, it is Warn, and Mikey Fogarty out in front will turn over the odds-on favourite Tammy's Hill, who will be second, and at the line Warn and Mikey Fogarty win. Second home Tammy's Hill, Battlefront third, Northern Alliance, Solstice Night, Good Egg.
Also on the card, Home Farm in the stripes caused a 25-1 shock in the 2.75-mile beginners chase. The Arthur Moore-trained 8-year-old is now likely to go for a novice handicap back here at Fairyhouse or at Punchestown.
And heads Marissonian as they race up towards the finish. It's Home Farm who's stretching on now for David Casey and settles it in a few strides. Home Farm has raced clear. Going to be a battle for second. Marissonian and White Star Line, and then...
And finally, one jolly to go in with 6-4 shot Milan Bound, who, under Katie Walsh, duly landed the closing bumper. The 5-year-old has run into some useful types this season, including Ned Buntline and Owen Mack, but got off the mark today at the 5th attempt.
Inside the last 150 yards, and Now I Win Again. Milan Bound is battling back on the inside, and Milan Bound now beginning to stretch on and racing up towards the finish. Milan Bound, driven out by Katie Walsh, shakes off the challenge of Now I Win Again in second. Benny Mead is third, top of the row 4. Lucky 7, Wicklow Gold sent for Mary, Gabriel Brandy, and then Knock and Kyo.